Tonight we are going to be doing a jar. Once again, we are decoupaging video number 3. And yes, we are going to be using a bunny again. And we have a glass jar. And I'm just taking the plies off the back of the napkin. I probably showed it so fast you didn't get a chance to see what it really looked like. And we have one ply there. Well, there we go. And I am using a water pen, but I'm going to stop here in just a minute because I want to paint my jar. Maybe we're stopping, maybe we're not. What I'm using is a water pen. The water pen kind of takes out the white part of your napkin and accentuates more of what is on the pattern, which is a rabbit and a chick and some flowers. So that's what we're trying to do, is to get everything else gone except for that. And the water pen releases just enough water, and you can take and go around your edges. And you can also use a small brush. And as you can tell, I forgot to get my paint. And we are going to be using the color Oatmeal by Folk Art. It's chalk paint. This makes it come out much nicer. You don't want half your jar covered up with something and you can see through with the clear part. So it's better just to go ahead and paint it all. Let it dry and then go ahead and Mod Podge. And now we're going to give it a dry. It's so much fun. You can do so many things with jars and Mod Podging. If you like primitive, you can do primitive and use a grunge mixture on your jar. You can do all kinds of things. You can make it fancy with gems, or you can just put something on your jar and go from there. Now I was just taking scissors and trimming just a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to get right into all of those little crevices. So I'm taking and cutting some of the excess paper away. You like it to be as clean as you can get it. Looks much nicer on your jar. Okay, so we're ready, and what we're doing is we're getting the placement. I don't want the ears up over the top of the jar. So that was my main thing, was to get my ears placed, my bunny ears, and then go from there. And once again, there will be excess. Sometimes these can be buggers to do because it's so hard to keep your fingers out of it. As you will see, as I'm turning my jar, I do get my fingers in the way. But we've got our bunny pretty much down. And I'm just taking off a little excess of the Mod Podge. And like I said, sometimes now I've decided to get smart and use a small paintbrush. Sometimes your little areas will work much better if you use just a small brush to get your Mod Podge down. My biggest problem is keeping my fingers out of the way. And I'm just touching up like around the ears and maybe the edge of the napkin. As you can actually see where there's a piece that's sticking up. Yep, So down it goes, and then we will have some of the edges to fine tune. Okay, now we're going to get it dry, which will help tremendously. Whoops, I missed something. Now we are going to dry, which will help a lot to be able to handle it. And I keep touching up little spaces and little areas that I have missed, which is normal because we went and more or less cut this pattern out. We got our bunny on, and we have our chick on, and some flowers. Now we're going to take our gaiter and we're going to get the excess off the bottom. And then what I'm doing is taking my Mod Podge around the edges to seal it in. Dry it once again. And then we are going to end up working on another piece to put on the back of our jar. A few touch-ups. So now we have our other bunny, and that's all I'm doing is I'm just cutting around. I'm taking just the bunny this time. And of course, the plies must come off so we don't have that bubbling. If you forget to take it off, it will definitely bubble underneath. We used our water pen to take that excess away from our bunny, the white. And there he is. So here again, we're going to put it on the back of the jar, and I want to get the ears first. So we're trimming a little bit of the white part of the napkin that I missed. And here go the ears. And we have it all down, so now we are going to dry. And pretty much we're going to repeat what we did the first time around. Off comes the excess. And we're going to go and put our Mod Podge around where we took the excess off and seal that to the bottom of the jar. Make sure it's all good and dry. And there you have it.